today's cup of coffee with Scream.
That's about it. That's all I got.
Yeah, really, that's about it. It's about all that anybody has right now. And I will tell you that Stephon Burns is over on X. I think I've told some of you that before, but it may take him a little while. I think he's been on Instagram, for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But he's new over on X. So if you're over on X, go ahead and subscribe to him. And you can get some of the space weather stuff. Now,
while you're at it, also go follow her on X. Warlandis Cup of Coffee. Warlandis COCWS.
Well, thank you. And
she reposts his stuff too.
Yeah, I had been doing that. I think that the videos that he has on YouTube, that those are still, there's a lag between him uploading them over on X.
Mm-hmm.
So just to sort of help him out, I go ahead and post it. If I look and see if he's already posted it, and if he hasn't, I go ahead and post it.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would I not?
Yeah.
If it's something that means something to me, I'm going to repost it, or, even if it's just shit posting type things, sharing of memes, because that's the place to do that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's that's where everybody goes for the memes, if not Reddit.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Reddit is kind of Reddit's kind of its own thing.
Yeah, but you have to. It's like any place else. You have to be discerning.
Yeah, you do.
And but I'm actually pretty active over on X. Some days more so than others, sharing other people's artwork, different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There is this wonderful artist. Her name is JJ. And she does jewelry.
Yes, it's that the one with the rings that you were telling me about earlier.
Yes, and she said that she could make me. They're thin rings, but you wear like 3 of them at a time, and they're called stackable rings. And that I asked her. I said, "Do you ever work in copper?" And she's like, "Oh, yes," because she had made some for somebody that were sterling silver, which were gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, how can it's just a little plain ring? No, she hammers it, and it's a matter of imbuing it with her essence.
Yeah.
And she is a cool human being.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I'm going to talk to her about, having her make me some rings out of copper.
How does one measure the size of their finger for rings?
You actually, online, you can print out a sizing. It's a little strip.
Okay.
And you just wrap it around your finger, and that's how you get the size.
Cool.
But she has some amazing, really bold pieces of... It's wearable art is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, not everybody can get by with wearing things like that. You have to be a bold person to be able to properly wear some of her designs.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be, Yeah, exactly. You have to be confident. She's like, you gotta be.
Yeah, because the cat, she wanted to eat, and now she wants out.
But also, she's an expert on funky jewelry, so she loves a statement piece, and that's exactly what the person you're talking about makes is statement pieces, and people have to be kind of out there to wear such a thing.
Yeah.
They have to be all right with getting attention.
But she has, and she's been featured in some different magazines and things like that. I'm glad that you have that term, statement piece, because that's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And with the
That's
stones,
like the big chunky jewelry and stuff like that. That's exactly what that is. You usually have like a minimalistic outfit, and then you have a statement piece or a few statement pieces.
Right. And she lets the stones, and she's very much acquainted with the different qualities of the stones.
Mm-hmm.
And she does. I have seen so many people that they will do all this stuff that detracts from the stone itself. She does not. A lot of her work is kind of minimalistic as far as setting the stones in rings or different things like that. And it's good work. It's gorgeous work. Now, not everything is bold. She does some more
that's like
streamlined designs.
Like the rings that you were going to get, or you're going to get. Those, to me, are not statement pieces. Those are more minimalistic, very... Yeah.
And the copper, especially with the
Very
geomagnetic
demure.
storms, well, it's not necessarily demure, but some of. I was the one that had the huge dragon head ring that I wore around for a long time, and it was huge. We're talking like lower part of my finger.
Very demure, very mindful.
Yeah, that's me. That is definitely me. For today's story, this is a bittersweet story. When I came across it, and I'm like, that's pretty awesome.
What is
and
it?
This is from Daily Mail.
What is the story?
And is by James Gordon, and from October the 20th,
James Gordon.
2024. Yeah, he may
Space dude?
He's probably kin to Flash. It's probably
Flash? Good.
Gordon.
No, not the bullworms. Not the
I started
boreworms.
something really bad there. And
Not the boreworms.
we are recording on October the 21st of 2024. And there was a gentleman that his name was Matt Steen, and he had suffered a debilitating muscular disease that kept him confined to his apartment, and he died at only 25 years old. And that's tragic.
Yeah.
But this is the interesting thing. He had an online life that gave him what his physical form could not.
Mm-hmm.
And said that he was from Norway, and that his parents, they thought he had sort of had this really solitary, lonely life.
Mm-hmm.
And then after his passing, all these emails started coming in. They had put where they could, people could send emails and different things like that. And they thought, just a few. Hundreds. And that they seemed to know him very well. And it said that the family learned that their son, the family learned how their son had found friendships and even romance among the gaming community. And Trude and Robert, that's the parents, had believed that their son had led a somewhat isolated life, with him relying on a wheelchair to get about after being diagnosed with a form of muscular dystrophy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a genetic condition which erodes the ability to move and breathe. And that was eventually what caused his death at the age of 25.
Yeah.
But then their minds began to ease a little bit when the hundreds of people got in touch with them. And his online name, if I can find it, is Evelyn Redmore. I think I may be mispronouncing that.
Evelyn Redmore.
Uh-huh. And the picture that I've got here on the screen is what his online character looked like.
I can't see it for those who are
and then this
just
is
listening.
This is what he actually looked like, and I would say that appeared to be a younger picture.
Mm-hmm.
Because in one of the other ones, it was a picture that was taken, and he had a breathing tube and different things like that.
Yeah.
And then this is his character interacting with another online player. And it was rather incredible. And they were talking about how within the gaming community that this did give him an essence and fulfillment in life, whereas his physical form had just really, there was no way he could do these things. And the controllers and stuff that he had were specially made for him so that he could function, in the game. And that's something that Elon Musk has tried to do with the Neuralink.
Mm-hmm.
And people that do have physical disabilities.
What game was it that dude was playing?
Oh, I thought I had told you, and I did not. I may have, and you may have.
You told me you didn't.
It.
No, you didn't tell me at all. Like I asked you earlier, and you didn't tell me then. And
I probably just totally skipped over it in the article.
You just said the game.
Yeah, and they have actually. They're going to make a World of Warcraft.
Oh, never mind.
What do you mean, no, never mind?
that was like, oh, Second Life, like made a really good community or something like that, where he was able to live sort of like a normal life or something online digitally or something like that.
Well,
World of Warcraft, all right, cool.
it worked for him.
Yeah.
He found something that worked for him. And Netflix has actually made a movie about his life, and that's supposed to be coming up in the next couple of week or so.
Mm.
And that, if they do it well, will be good. That could help a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we hear about the detriments of the gaming community and stuff like that. And I was talking to the kid earlier. It's interesting because you have so many people that are able-bodied and that they are spending their lives in an online fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And this young man, unfortunately, his body did not give him the ability to do what most people take for granted every day. But through this online persona and the gaming community, that he did have a much happier life than he had. And his parents, they had said in the article, and I'll put the link so that you can go and read it in its totality, that they worried about him spending so much time online.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And it's just, that was one of the things I had always wondered about Stephen Hawking and stuff. But now I think that he had people around him all the time.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a Stephen Hawking.
No. Most people are not a Stephen Hawking.
But with this technology and stuff, they could go online. Like I said, I don't know what the cost of the controllers would be, but I don't know that it's as price inhibited as it once was.
No, it's more accessible than it used to be, and gaming has actually become really accessible to those with disabilities, which is pretty incredible.
It is. Because where this young man's body...
I'm just biased because, I'm not a fan of World of Warcraft. I'll shit on it all the time.
Well, but this young man's body did not allow him, but his mind was perfectly fine. He was known online as being a remarkably kind and empathetic character.
Mm-hmm.
And so people didn't have to look at him as he was in physical form.
Yeah.
And pity him.
It's a blessing that he was able to make the impact that he did online.
Sure.
And was able to make get a community.
Mm-hmm.
Have friends.
Right.
Have a love interest.
Right. And to live out a form within that, there was nothing wrong with it. I think that was more healthy for him than to sit around every second being aware of him being disabled.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. So it's a tool.
It's a better option.
Yeah, it's a tool like anything else.
Mm-hmm. And video games help a lot of people. That's for example, Iron Mouse. She is a VTuber gamer. She's one of the most popular on YouTube. Mm-hmm. She has a chronic illness. Mm-hmm. She's bedridden. Right. She cannot, most of the time, she cannot get out.
Right.
So, doing the virtual, avatar, having that, and then having the ability to wirelessly go to conventions via this iPad on a stick with wheels.
Yeah.
To be able to,
sure,
experience it through that.
Sure. Well, that's like our little podcast here.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as, even my therapist, she's like, you don't talk about some of this other stuff. And I'm like, well, no, why would I? This gives me the ability to interact that I would not have otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we have met some wonderful people, and in some, we were to their liking, and others not so much, and that's okay.
Yeah, people come and go, and we're...
Yeah, that's like
not
anything.
Everything is everybody's taste.
No, it's not.
Honestly, I'm happy with the people that we have right now.
Sure, we have quality human beings. We really do.
Yeah.
But so if somebody is, like I said, it's a healthy balance. Now, I do have a problem with some of these young fathers that I have seen pictures. They got the baby propped on their legs while they're gaming. And I'm like,
Now that's just
dude,
kind of ridiculous.
pay attention to that small child. That is your priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There's just no reason. That's like, seriously, you will hear, like, remember the thing about the chocolate milk? The kid being like, Dad, I want chocolate milk. And then, hold on, give me a second. Dad, I want chocolate milk. Give me a second. Would you, I want chocolate milk. Would you shut up?
Mm-hmm. And I've
Shut
seen
up.
it
Give me
happen.
just a second.
I have seen it happen. A parent sit there with a phone, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and children wanting the attention, needing the attention, and the message in child's head, because these children are not tiny adults. They are children. Their thought process and their brain function is totally different than
Yeah.
adults.
Mm-hmm.
That child is learning they're not as important to the parent as whatever stupid shit that they're scrolling through. And the thing is, that's the reality in that moment. What are you paying attention to? And it's not that I don't have empathy for the parents, because at a certain point in time, your brain, you just need to clock out for a minute.
Yeah.
But not when kid is there. You wait till kid goes to sleep.
Yeah. And then it's a mental vacation.
Yeah, and then you can sit there and doom scroll.
Mm-hmm. When everybody's settled in for bed, then you got your time.
Right. Because that's how it works. And because I am pro responsibility.
Or another family member is watching them.
Yeah. And that is important, especially first time parents and stuff like that, to give them that. If you want to give somebody that has small children a gift, give them a voucher to where you will watch the kids for 30 minutes or 60 minutes or whatever, so the parent can go and take a shower or get a massage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very easy to lose your identity. You are no longer person. You are just parent.
Yeah.
But that's what you sign up for.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know. But with this young man, God bless him. And that he was able to... There's nothing wrong with something like this, someone living vicariously, if you want to say. And you do wonder if Elon will be able to help individuals like this someday.
Well, that's the thing with the Neuralink.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But see, for this, it was, what was it? Was it cerebral palsy or muscular dystrophy? I can't remember.
Well, cerebral palsy helps, or not helps. It really messes with a person's motor function.
Well, basically what happens, the muscles it's muscular dystrophy. They do just sort of quit. They just dissolve.
Yeah.
It is debilitating, and like I said, it's one of those that at least he had a quality of life, that his parents, and that they were amazed that he had this secret life, and that his online presence was one of love and kindness.
Mm-hmm. I think it's quite incredible.
I think it's incredible also. I think it's inspiring that people can do... Words matter.
Yeah. They really do.
And so remember that before you do shit post.
Yeah. Words have big power behind them.
Mm-hmm. And before you message somebody and you go and ass blast them and stuff, you don't know what kind of day that person's having.
Mm-mm. No, you really don't. You don't know what kind of day that person's having. So it's better to act with kindness.
Absolutely.
And compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Help someone with their day.
Mm-hmm. Because there's always somebody wanting to kick somebody when they're down.
Yeah.
And just like I said, there's a real person, for the most part, on the other side of that screen.
There's been bots. There's been bots on various platforms that have been even found talking to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
in the comments.
weird.
Yeah.
Is it the AI?
Yeah,
thing?
right, Voodoo?
Is it AI and they are communicating with each other?
Yeah, that's what the bots are.
What are they saying?
I don't know, but they're talking amongst each other. It's freaky.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow.
I found out that there could be hundreds of bots being operated via one computer, at least over 100 at a time.
Is that part of the dead internet theory thing?
Yeah, that's part of it.
That's crazy.
That's why everybody's paranoid right now.
We're not bots.
Everybody's really paranoid, especially with the AI video. Really paranoid.
We've had people that have called and it's like, you really like this? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We just turned the microphone on.
You will hear various sounds of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
various weirdness.
But it just.
But it's not bad weirdness. It's just joking.
No,
you will hear go Wah!
Yeah, I mean, Kid and I usually get along pretty good. I mean, we really do.
Yeah, we do. We do.
As opposed to that, unfortunately, that's not true of everybody in their living. That they get along that well with people that's in their living space, and I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. That was when COVID happened. Seriously, that damaged a lot of people because they were trapped with abusive households.
Yeah.
Trapped.
Yeah. So, but at least from the story, the way this young man's parents did the best that they could for him.
Mm-hmm.
And they cared for him.
They did. And they did, they had a genuine concern that he wouldn't have, a proper amount of social interaction or community or something like that. Right. And he did.
He had more than they could have dreamed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Online communities, they help, and they
can.
They help.
They really can.
They help people with mental conditions, be that severe depression, social anxiety, stuff like that, where people are just terrified.
Right.
Helps them with that. Helps people with chronic illnesses like him.
Sure.
It brings a lot of people. It has a lot of good sides. It really does, and you have the possibility of actually getting to meet these people at some point.
Right. And that's what we've done with quite a few people in our community.
Yeah.
And
you get to actually talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a way cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, like I said, everybody's having such hardship. This is a time of trial and tribulation. That's all you can say.
Yeah. I mean, people are experiencing loneliness like no other right now.
Sure. They really are. And it just, like I said, it's a matter of giving other people grace and stuff like that, and just prayers.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of community, I've been out of the community, been not playing with friends for over a year or more.
Right.
I'm actually going to be able to play with one tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What game?
Fortnite.
Okay.
So.
Cool beans.
I'm excited about that.
And I can
very excited.
Listen to more Michael Heiser on post.
Oh, you get
modernism.
You get to blast that shit.
Oh.
I implore you.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those that nerd research, and I will lose myself in these things, but
where I've actually sort of got Phil even said I got a good dent in the basement going.
Good.
So it's a lot more comfortable down there right now.
That's important. You have to have, as far as sense of accomplishment. It helps you with your living space. That in itself, when you look and you're like, I fixed this.
Well, see, that's sort of what I do. It's like if I'm smoking or something, if I'm smoking a cigarette or I'm just wanting to sit down for a second, I look around and I'm like, I did this.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus, for helping me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for working through me with this. I may be bitchy. I may be complaining. I may say some shit that I may rant and say some shit that I shouldn't. But thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for teaching me the lessons that I am learning through
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Even though, once again, maybe complaining through the whole damn way. But I do appreciate it.
That's
I
all right.
appreciate the teachings.
There was people that was out and complaining in the desert for over 40 years. Yeah, he's used to that.
He knows I just like to be dramatic.
That too. He created you.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Uh-huh.
Each and every person unique, uniquely designed,
It's like that-
fearfully and wonderfully made.
Like, community is such a blessed thing, and that, honestly, that story has just made me so happy, because I have met people like him,
Yeah.
and they were always some of the best people that you could ever talk to.
Sure.
They were so just kind-hearted.
When you have people that have gone through hardship, it develops their character in a way like nothing else will.
Yeah.
And you can learn from a tremendous amount from these people.
Mm-hmm. You certainly can.
And you can also tell the ones that have not gone through true hardship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these are the ones out here looking for a cause to champion. There are some organizations where somebody could go and truly make a difference in somebody's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of these people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to get their shoes dirty. They don't want to do actual work. They want to sit there online and act like they're doing something. I have a problem with those people. I do.
Yeah, it's performative what they do. And it's not a cute look.
No.
That's like, no joke. The majority of the internet clowns on these people.
Mm-hmm.
Why do it?
Right. Well, like I said, it's just one of those.
Unless they're specifically, designed to be defiant or just to be oppositional or whatever
I
that
don't think
is.
that. I think that as far as when you've got some of these people, they're spoiled. A lot of them, it's just they have been given too much. They were never taught to work for anything. If someone works to get whatever, then they're usually going to take care of whatever because it was their toil that earned the money to buy whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so as opposed to giving someone something, which a lot of times they don't appreciate. I've seen that in public housing.
Oh, yeah.
Many, many times.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the difference between that and the Habitat for Humanity, where the people had to do actual work on the house. Big difference.
Mm-hmm. Big difference there.
Put your toil, your sweat, your blood into that.
You have effort put into it.
Yeah. And I think it's what has happened to our country. You've not had enough people that put enough personal effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe their people didn't. My people did. In various and sundry ways.
Yep.
So, final thoughts.
Community is good, and everybody deserves to have a sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like an absolute nah, you're a bad person. Like, nah, I'm not gonna those absolutely evil people like Camel Toe.
And it is hard. And well, unfortunately, the evil people, they got a cluster. They have community. They have a very tight community. Which is kind of frightening. But they do, because they've got they've got a goal. Steal, kill, and destroy.
They're evil. But with the advances of technology, as scary as some of them may be, it's helping a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, and I do understand like that Neuralink thing where it's helping people walk and other things. I understand that's possibly the mark of the beast or the beginning of it.
We don't know. We don't know.
He's planning on like a unified currency.
He's not the only one. He is not the only one. But that's for another video, and that's for big brain people. That's not for podlings.
But did you see the one accessible controller that Steam has?
No, I haven't.
It's like a big like pad with like these giant circles, and I don't know how it works,
My
but
goodness,
it's
how much did that thing cost? It would be thousands.
so no, it's not thousands. It's like
Really?
$100 and some dollars or
okay.
more. It's like sort of the price of like low end laptop at most, maybe.
Okay, that ain't horrible then
Yeah.
for people who are gamers and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you are out there and you feel alone, and it is so easy to feel alone right now, and it's like if you truly need to get into, put it in the comments or go over on X.
Mm-hmm.
If you need prayer or anything like that, we do offer that. If you've sent a message and I haven't seen it, send another one. Because stuff gets lost sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have ADHD horribly. We don't.
And you're medicated.
Yeah, I am medicated and still like this. We don't want people to feel alone. And I understand. My God, do I understand. Because there have been communities that I thought that I belonged, and all of a sudden I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And some things are just for a season, and those are hard. Those are really, really hard. Anyhow. You want to tell people where we can be found?
Oh, yes. You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Werlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. And you can find her on X at Werlanda, COCWS.
Yeah. You can find a lot of cool people over there on X.
I actually didn't stumble over my words that time. Oh, my God. I did it. I did it.
Yay. Yay. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.